In a world that can feel pretty heavy and overwhelming, where do we find a sense of hope that actually feels real? Well, today we're going to explore this really powerful idea, the concept of finding the breathing room of God.
And I think this quote just sets the stage perfectly. It's not about ignoring our problems or, just putting on a happy face. It's about being honest and admitting that things are difficult. And right there, from that honest starting point, that's where we can begin to look for some light.
And let's be real, that feeling of walking in darkness is something a lot of us are sharing right now. The world can feel like a heavy, even fearful place.
This really captures it, doesn't it? It's that subtle, constant weight, that low-grade anxiety that just changes our daily math, how we plan our day, who we see, even something as simple as how we take a breath. It's a very real pressure.
So, here's the crucial point. We don't have to pretend the darkness isn't there. This idea, which draws from the book of Isaiah, makes it so clear that hope isn't about erasing the negative. It's about recognizing that two things can be true at the exact same time. The difficulty is real, yes, and the light is also real, existing right there alongside it.
So if light and dark can exist together, how does that change how we think about hope? Well, this is where the idea takes a very specific and maybe even surprising turn. It's not about a light that will come, but about one that is already here.
Now what's so interesting here is the grammar. Did you notice the tense? It says light has dawned. Past tense, not will dawn or might dawn. The text is talking like this has already happened. It suggests that this promise of hope isn't some far-off future event we're all waiting for, but a reality that's already at work, even when it's really, really hard to see.
And this is what this kind of hope actually is. It's not some passive, fingers-crossed kind of wish. It's an active, defiant courage. It's the conscious decision to look at the world and say no. Fear and violence do not get to write the end of this story. It's a choice. It's a stance.
And this leads us to a really counterintuitive idea about how change happens, one that challenges pretty much everything we think we know about strength and control.
So just think about it for a second. When you're faced with a huge, dangerous problem, what's your first instinct? How do you try to fix it?
Our usual answers are probably on the left, right? We reach for control. We want overwhelming power. We crave certainty. But this source points to a completely different model. The answer it gives is a child. The absolute embodiment of vulnerability, of dependence, of a total lack of control.
So the big idea here is that instead of trying to dominate problems from above, this approach gets into the mess. It doesn't fight fragility with force, it meets it with a shared experience. It's this radical idea that maybe true strength is actually found in empathy, not in control.
This different way of being in the world is all connected to a specific kind of peace. But it's a concept of peace that is way bigger and a lot more active than we might think.
Seriously, what does peace mean to you? For most of us, it's probably just the absence of noise or conflict, a quiet moment. But there's a much richer definition out there.
The Hebrew word for it is shalom, and it doesn't just mean quiet. It means everything is as it should be. It implies this deep sense of wholeness and justice, where all relationships with others, with ourselves, with the earth are set right. It's a massive, all-encompassing idea.
And this is why shalom is anything but passive. It's not about ignoring harm, it's about actively building a world where that harm is less likely to happen in the first place. It demands that we work for a world where every single person has dignity, safety, and a place where they belong. Because peace grows where justice takes root.
Okay, so these are big, beautiful ideas, but how do we actually bring them into our own lives, right now? Well, this final section offers a really practical way to do just that, finding your breathing room. And this is the key. The breathing room isn't a vacation. It's not a way to check out from reality. It's about creating a small pocket of space right in the middle of all the pressure, an internal sanctuary you can get to anytime you need it.
So what does this space allow for? Well, first, it's room to feel grief without being swallowed by it. It's a safe container where you can acknowledge your pain without letting it completely consume you.
Second, it's a space where you can face fear, but you don't let it rule you. It's the ability to look at what scares you and say, okay, I see you, but not, you're in charge now. You can acknowledge it without letting it dictate your every move.
And finally, this space is creative. It's where we can just pause the frantic pace for a second and start to imagine new possibilities. It's room to dream of a better, more just, more connected way of living with each other.
The source suggests we actually practice this. So right now, wherever you are, let's just try it together. No big technique, no pressure, just a single breath. Breathe in and breathe out. That small act, that simple pause, that is the beginning of finding that breathing room.
Ultimately, all of this points to one profound message of hope. It's not that everything is perfect now. It's the promise that the way things are right now, the darkness, the fear, it doesn't get the final say. This is not how the story ends.
And that leaves us with a final, powerful question. The idea is that this light, this hope, this shalom, it isn't just something for us to look at. It's something that's been passed on. It's now entrusted to us. So the real question becomes, what do we do with it? How will we carry that light into our own corners of the world?